Good morning. Thank you for joining us for Coffee with KPP, the show that is dedicated to providing you with advice for life so that you can live richly and work toward the life that you have earned. My name is Rob Davenport. Good morning, and I am CEO of Kentucky Planning Partners, and I'm really excited this morning because I have a really special guest with us today. This is Bob Patterson, founder and CEO of Patterson and Company CPA firm here in town. And I tell you, KPP would not be where we are today without a partnership with your firm. You have been so incredibly helpful to my business partner, Ken O'Neill, and myself, helping us run our organization. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And that is just how valuable Patterson and Company can be for small business owners like us. So Bob, welcome this morning to Coffee with KPP. It's great that you're on our show. I've been wanting to have you on our show for a few months now, so welcome.
Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. We're really thrilled to have y'all as a longtime client of the firm. Actually, you were one of the first when we
were we really?
Our firm. Yeah, I know you didn't know that, or at least we tried to make sure you.
You made it seem like you'd have been in business for years when you landed us. But, or when we found you.
So, what we try to do is help our clients have more time and make and keep more money.
Yeah, let's talk about exactly what Patterson and Company does. But before that, let's tell you a little bit about Bob Patterson here. He graduated from the University of Louisville, correct?
Correct.
You are a pilot. You have an instrument rating. And you know how to fly these seaplanes, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, those are pretty cool when I see those fly over.
My son and I love to do that.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun.
And prior to establishing Patterson and Company, you were in the coffee business. You owned Consumer's Choice Coffee. Is that correct?
I was president and a partner in Consumer's Choice Coffee here in Louisville for 24 years.
So that was your a long career in the coffee industry, but then what happened? One day you woke up and said, I want to be a CPA?
Well, so coffee was very good to me. I really enjoyed it. It was a great career and a great company. We had a great company. So my partners decided that we wanted to sell the company.
Okay.
And so I loved them. I mean, they were great to me.
Good.
And I didn't want to compete with them. I probably couldn't have competed with them because they were so good. But I wanted to do something different, but stay around small businesses. And so I had, in the couple years before that, gone back to Louisville and got my accounting degree and set for the CPA exam. And so I kept hearing from my coffee customers, my bookkeeper stealing from me, my payroll company doesn't understand our type of payroll, CPA doesn't like to do our type of work.
Right.
And so I just had this thought that we could put together like a one-stop financial shop where we're doing all the back office work for the small business client, and combine it with everything that goes into a traditional CPA firm.
So let me explain how this impacts our firm. So I'll make it very easy. We focus all of our time and attention on our clients. I mean, we are having multiple reviews every day. We are building investment portfolios. We're managing the portfolios. We're conducting all the financial planning reviews. We're meeting new people. We're in the 401k business. So we have very little time sometimes to pay attention to our own business analysis. And so what Bob does is, Bob's company does all of our payroll. They take care of the payroll. Bob's company pays all the bills. I don't pay any bills. They pay all the bills through bill.com. Bob's company does all the financial reporting of KPP and KPP advisory services. So every month I get financial reports from one of your team members, a detailed report and a more overview report for KPP and one for KPPAS. So they're our chief financial officer.
Right.
Bob's team does all the corporate tax returns. Bob's team does all of Rob's tax returns and any trust tax returns and things of this nature. I mean, they do it all. they have an HR portal. So you call this program BOSS, is that correct?
Correct.
So you focus on what we call BOSS clients. Now, tell me, what does BOSS stand for?
So BOSS stands for Back Office Support System.
Okay.
And so, again, it's just doing everything from the payroll, bookkeeping, reconciliations, issuing financial statements, doing financial planning and tax planning throughout the year.
Yeah, you know, one thing that they've helped us do is many CPAs look down and then they look back. And then they file your tax return and they give you a bill. Bob's company looks down, and in my opinion, they look forward. They do planning. They educate us on what we can be doing to improve our position. But the BOSS system is really awesome for us because it allows us to focus all of our time and energy on what we do for a living, and we can go to one place, and that one place, their operation will do everything else. Where I think many business owners might have a CPA firm over here, they may have a payroll firm over here, they might have someone internally paying the bills through I don't know, whatever system it would be. They might have a separate CPA firm doing personal tax returns. You see how it's all fragmented?
Right, exactly.
So you all do it all.
Right.
You do it all for the business owner. Do you specialize in a particular industry? Do you have a niche? Have you found a certain type of market has found your services more appealing than another?
We do. I mean, the initial thought when I started the firm was to focus on hospitality industry because that's where I came from.
That's right.
And so thinking that would be the easiest place to start. And so, but over time, and that's still the majority of what we do, restaurants.
Right.
And we'll do, about half our business is in Kentucky, the other half is in the Southeast primarily. But over time, we built a niche in the professional services industry as well as in the insurance market, which would probably still fall under the professional service industries, but we do quite a few insurance firms too.
You know, I know there's tremendous cost savings when you outsource to one entity that does it all for you. One employee that would pay bills and do other types of, have other responsibilities within inside an organization might cost you $50,000 a year or more.
Yeah, easy.
I'm not going to tell the folks how much we pay you, but the reality is you would be saving money. And the services we've received from your firm have just been wonderful. And what's neat is that we build relationships with the team members that are assigned to us. Mm-hmm. So I'm on the phone with Kenny many times talking about the financial reports, or Anne Marie might be talking to Scott about paying a bill here or there. But really, your team handles it all. And it's a beautiful thing for us. And that's why I was so excited to bring Bob on this morning, because I know there are so many business owners out there that have it all unorganized. And if they just spent time to bring in a professional organization like Patterson and Company and delegated these responsibilities, I think they'd see their businesses grow. That's my opinion.
I appreciate it. I mean, now is kind of the time.
Yeah.
As we start rolling into the first quarter, that's typically the best time to make any type of significant moves like this. And we try to make it as easy as possible when we transition from some other relationship. And frankly, most of what we take on as clients for people trying to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And now is a good time to start. We've been really, really fortunate as a firm in that many of our employees are long-term.
Right.
I started the firm a little bit over 10 years ago. It was me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And now we have 23 people on staff, 8 CPAs or EAs, and many of them have been over 5 years, and some over 8 years. So I'm blessed.
You have a good culture. Tell us where your office is located.
So we're at 2297 Lexington Road. Okay. And we're right near Game Restaurant, right across from Lemieux.
Across from Lemieux, yes. Well, so I had mentioned some of the services that BOSS incorporates. let's go through all the services, and I'll let you list them so that viewers today understand exactly what your services entail.
So, so really, we're doing everything.
Okay.
We're doing the payroll.
Okay.
And when I say we're doing the payroll, we would go into your POS system or whatever system you're using to track time and pull those hours out and actually input and run the payroll for you. And then we would go into, we get an accountant's login for your bank account, credit card account, so we can go pull the transactions down, code them correctly, and do a bank reconciliation, credit card reconciliation, and then use that to produce a financial statement. Typically, we would do those on a monthly basis. In between the month, we're paying all the bills. The vendor send us invoices, or the client would send us invoices, and we would code those appropriately, pay the bill, allow the client, if they want to approve the bill on their phone or iPad, and then the check would, or the ACH payment would be made to the vendor. And then as we're doing the financial statements throughout the year, if they have to pay sales tax, of course they have to pay payroll tax, we're doing all of that for them.
That's right. Filing
it and paying it. And so really, you know, we try to get our clients in at least once a quarter. We talk to some more often than that, and try to help them understand their business. That's primarily my function, and the other CPAs on staff, is to help them understand their balance sheet and how decisions that they're making affect that balance sheet and their P&L statement. And then, of course, at the end of the year, I mean, the whole thing rolls into the business owner's 1040 tax return.
That's right.
And those are, generally speaking, the only 1040s that we're doing are business owners. And so we try to show them how those decisions roll into their 1040.
Exactly. So you will do many times the individual tax returns alongside the corporate tax returns.
That's always the goal.
It makes it a lot easier when one person is looking at both returns instead of two firms. I'll tell you that having their organization in our firm's life has simplified everything around here. It used to be that the bills would come in, Anne-Marie would show me the bills, I had to initial all the bills and send them off. But now I'm comfortable with these recurring bills. Anne-Marie handles it, she sends it off to Scott. Scott pays all our bills for us. Going into the credit cards, having access to the bank accounts and the credit cards, obviously that requires a tremendous amount of trust, which we trust, you know, his team explicitly. But they organize everything for us. It's really a very important thing. If as a business owner you don't know the score won't change. In other words, you have to pay attention to your financials. You have to pay attention to where the expenses are coming from. You have to pay attention to trends. You have to forecast. They'll help you do all this. And it will cost you less than having it all broken apart and having somebody internally do part of it who might not be doing that part as efficiently as they could. So let's talk about your, well, go ahead. Anything else you want to add?
Say, you know, in our case, you know, the business owner doesn't have to worry about their employees going on vacation, getting sick, or turnover.
That's right.
In each of our clients have at least 4 people assigned to the team, some 5, and so we really don't have those issues that the business owner has to deal with. So it, again, trying to simplify your life.
Sure.
CPAs are like unicorns. Good accountants are like unicorns. They just don't exist out there anymore. They're very hard to find. Yeah. And with the accounting enrollment down as well as college enrollment, it's probably not going to get any better.
That's right.
So we've been very fortunate to have good people, and we've been able to attract good people, and so I think that our concept is going to work into the future.
Well, you're the only firm that really focuses in here in this town on BOSS exclusively, back office support systems.
Correct.
I got it. Okay, I just know it as BOSS.
Yeah.
But there are, I don't think there are other firms in Louisville doing this as focused as Patterson and Company. So if I'm just a person works for a big employer and I just want to have my taxes done for $200, you're not the firm I should go to.
No, we would not be the best fit.
Okay,
We can help refer you to
I understand.
something.
But that's not their niche. Their market is not the individual tax returns for a very small price. Their market is to help a small and medium-sized business become more effective and efficient and grow by delegating all of these responsibilities to a team of 4. And it's worked. It's worked tremendously for me. I rarely get on here and provide testimonials, right? I mean, but I have to tell you that this operation has done wonders for KPP, and it's really been just very exciting for us to grow up together. Quite frankly, you've seen our company grow.
Yeah,
we've seen your company grow, and I kind of feel like we're stepbrothers in a way. So let's talk about some of the fun things you do, and we'll wrap up. So when did you begin flying?
When I was 18.
When you were 18 years old. Okay. And you just, someone in your family thought it was a good idea to stick in an airplane? And...
So my father started. He was not a pilot, but he flew model airplanes. And he actually was a state champion in Virginia as a model airplane.
Interesting.
And so he got my brother and I, and actually my 2 other brothers, started flying, and so I just went on and started taking lessons when I was 18.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, do you own an aircraft now?
I do. I'm in a partnership. We've got a twin. It's a Beach Duchess.
Oh yeah, Beechcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up right down the road from Beechcraft in Wichita, Kansas.
Wow.
Yeah. So great aircraft. Well, I have to tell you, it's been a wonderful business partnership. Back office support systems works. Patterson and Company do a fine job. We have a great relationship with other CPA firms in town, and we do refer business, individual tax planning business, typically to other firms. But it's the whole package. It's the business owner that needs a team on their side to just say, "You all do all this. You do all this, so we can focus all of our time and energy on serving our clientele," and that works for us. Bob has a lot of accomplishments. I'll tell you, he's a past president of the Kentucky CPA chapter. Is that right?
Society of
CPAs. Yeah. So you were a president of that, and past board chair of the Kentucky Board of Accountancy in 2020. You've got a whole resume full of activities and awards and involvement, and that's also neat because you're involved in your association. You're a leader in your association, just like we're involved in the Financial Planning Association here in Kentucky. You're obviously very involved in the Society of CPAs. So it's just been an honor to work with you and your team. Any closing remarks?
We're very proud to be associated with KPP. Y'all have done a great job, and your people work very closely with our people, and we feel like like you said before, we know your business, and you know ours. So I appreciate our relationship.
Yeah,
very much.
I do too. So if you are a small business owner, medium-sized business owner in the service-related industry or any other industry, but you need some professional help, seek out Bob Patterson, Patterson and Company. And thank you for joining us this morning. As always, KPP is located here in the heart of Louisville's East End at the corner of Hurstbourne Parkway and Shelbyville Road. Give us a call anytime at 394-0400. That's 394-0400, and feel free to sit down with one of our financial advisory teams if you're looking to get organized and build a financial plan and get moving in the right wealth accumulation direction. So I'm Rob Davenport, CEO of Kentucky Planning Partners, and Bob Patterson, thank you for being my guest today on Coffee with KPP. Thank you very much.